I'm Kako and I'm 21 years old and I study economics at the University of Warwick. And I'm in my final year, so my third year.
Hi, I'm Ami. I'm the other overall coordinator for WES 2021 with Kako. I'm also 21 in my third year and in my final year of studying economics.
We are both part of the Warwick Economics Summit, which is a student-run conference. And what we usually do is we invite students from universities all around the world to engage with world-leading speakers and to have debates on hot topics of today.
So we just thought we'd film a short video of some of our experiences and memories of WES over the past 3 years. So how we got involved, well, it's very similar for the both of us. We were both staying in Arthur Vic in our first year and met in the first week of term, or actually on the first day of lectures, really in welcome week. And we heard about WES and applying to WES as they did loads of lecture shout outs for us. And we both went along together to their Meet the Exec event in T-Bar, where they were having drinks and pizza. And we went along and talked to all the coordinators and both decided we wanted to apply. And in the end, we filled out our application forms and we were both lucky enough to get selected, me for the talks team and Kako for the ERH team. So, and then that's how we started as team members of both of those teams.
So throughout the 3 years, we've both been in different roles each year. For me, I was in the external relations and hospitality team as a team member in my first year and as a coordinator in the second year. So what the team does is we usually like to create a community of university students from different countries. And so we spend the year kind of building up that network and that community, and finally we meet up in the Oculus during the summit weekend. And it's just a really nice way to engage with students all around the world studying something really similar. So yeah, my first year was as a team member, and then in the second year I was coordinating the ERH team with around, I think it was 9 members in total. So yeah, that was what I did. And Ami?
So I was part of the talks team, which is responsible for the content of the summit weekend, like the speakers and the panels. So in my first year, I was a team member. So a lot of the lineup had already been decided by then, but we were just filling in the last few slots and learning how to contact speakers and email them and make sure they fit into the wider summit picture. And we were also lucky enough to be tasked with coming up with the panel for that weekend, which was really exciting. And then the next year I went on to become the coordinator of the talks team. So we had full control over the lineup, which was really exciting. And we decided to introduce a few new formats, like interviewing speakers on stage, and we added in a couple more panels, which was really exciting.
And then for our final year, the two of us decided to stay in WES as overall coordinators, which is we oversee all the 8 teams. So there's the ERH team, which was my team, the talks team, Ami's team. There's also the finance team, the marketing team, the socials team, the tech team, the operations team, and there was also a new team this year called Press and Partnerships, which was something that we implemented. And there was quite a long list, but I hope I've covered it all, have I? Yeah. So yeah, we were overseeing all those teams this year, and with the situation of the pandemic, we decided to host a virtual conference instead, which is a completely new thing for all of us. And this year was also our 20th anniversary, so we wanted to create a lot of milestone events. So we did host outside of the summit weekend, we did have a few standalone events. We called it WES Perspectives, where we invited some speakers over for a 1-hour talk. So yes, it was quite exciting.
For me, each year WES is a team of around 60 people. It varies around that number. And it's made up of people from all types of degrees and years, and they may even be people that are just in Warwick on their year abroad. They could be master students, international foundation year students, and everything in between. So I think for me, it was the wide network of friends, especially coming in your first year and not really knowing that many people at Warwick. like as soon as you join WES, like wherever you walk on campus, you know someone. You're always running into someone in the library or in the piazza. So I think that was like the most valuable thing, because even this year, like after the summit finished this weekend, people were still sending us messages who like ran WES in their first year, and even before that we had gotten to know. So that was really special. And I guess like having them like make friends like from all those different years really helped with like the degree, with applying for jobs or internships, because like there was always someone that had done what you'd done before and they were so willing to help. So I think that was like the most valuable thing I gained from WES.
What I think I gained most from WES was probably like teamworking skills and leadership skills, because in the end we are the conference is fully student run, and it's like just students organizing this large summit of 500 people coming over, and this year we had nearly like 2,000 people come over. So it really did test your team working skills. It really did teach me like how I work in teams, what I can contribute, and what I rely on other people for, which I think is something that will be very useful for me after university, and probably even like way down life as well. So my favorite memories of being in WES was definitely all the fun parties that we had as a whole team. So every year around November, we would go on this thing called a mystery tour, where we're just like put on a bus and we have no idea where we will go. We only find out when we get off the bus, and then it's just like a weekend of kind of fun activities. There's like a scavenger hunt. We go to some clubs, and we play games, and it's a really nice way to just get to know all the new team members that have just joined the team. And then I think also like after the summit weekend, we also like have like this really large party with just WES members, and it's just a really nice way to end the year after working together to organize such a great conference. And then you just like sum it up with like a really fun night. So those have been probably my best memories throughout the 3 years.
Yeah, for me, I guess for my first 2 years, like being in the Oculus for the summit weekend when it's all over and we're all just sitting there kind of like, oh, what do we do now, was like a really special feeling. And just like hearing our old overall coordinators just talk about the year that they had, and like going from team member to team coordinator and realizing like how much more you learn as a coordinator was really exciting. And then I guess similar for this year, but we weren't in the Oculus, we were all connected virtually over Zoom. We celebrated with like a small Zoom call after the summit, where Kako and I we were quite bad at explaining what we had gone through all year, because I think we were just so speechless that it had run well. But it was really nice that most of our team, even though everyone's based internationally this year, so like some of our team members who were from Hong Kong, from like Malaysia, Thailand and India, they all stayed awake, even though it was like 8 o'clock at night, just so that we could all sit and share like our favorite memories from WES. So I think that one's like by far the most special for me.
I think if I dream big, and if I say my super ambitious dreams, I would like WES to one day be kind of a symbol of student-run economic summits. So like when you say a student-led economic summit, people will automatically think, oh, the Warwick Economics Summit. So I hope somewhere down the line we will reach that. And I guess like one thing both Ami and I feel quite passionate about is that like we connect students with world leaders of today. So hopefully it will be nice if a former WES attendee or a WES member comes back to WES as the speaker after they've accomplished something great down the line. That will be super cool.
This year we launched a new scheme to include like 16 to 18-year-olds to come to the summit, to increase like access to the social sciences, which has been part of WES's mission for a long time. And I think for me, yeah, just hoping that WES can remain as accessible to as many students as possible is like the goal, just so it can really be there for everyone and we can really start to make a difference in the future. So yeah, very excited for the future of WES.